Are you listening? Damn.
Hey guys, I'm Courtney,
And I'm Josh.
and welcome to the Infinite Balance Podcast.
We'll navigate parenting, relationships, health, fitness, and so much more.
So grab a drink, pull up a chair, and let's hang out.
Hey guys,
Hello.
it's been far, far too long.
I miss you.
And my schedule changed up so much this week that I ended up not having any surgeries today, which I was supposed to be scheduled for training in. And they ended up not coming in, or not bringing their animals in. So they just told me to go on with my day and we'll do it another day. So I'm here. I'm in scrubs,
Yes.
or as Philip calls, my doctors.
Him looking very dashing in his doctors.
Yeah, my doctors. Yeah, it's been an adventurous week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's been different.
Yeah.
An adjustment with another adjustment coming next week when you switch, or when this airs this
When I
week.
start doing my overnights.
You start doing your overnights, but
But so my
good
overnights are going to
adjustments.
start on Thursday of next week.
yes.
So the recording schedule is going to switch up, but permanently once we decide
Yeah.
what's going to work for us.
Yeah, we have to, because next week it'll be tough because you're working full day Wednesday, but then overnight Thursday. So we've just got to,
Yeah.
we're going to have to figure out our work schedule.
We might be recording Sunday, releasing immediately Monday. But the
Recording
release
Sunday,
schedule,
yeah.
the release schedule will be the same for you guys on your end. It'll just be
On
different
our
for
end.
us.
And if we have to change anything with our release schedule, we will give you guys notice on Instagram.
Yep. And we're still not 100% decided on what we're going to do for our next giveaway, but it is coming soon.
Yes.
So I'm going to give us a time frame of the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Trying to find
And-
some partners.
Yep. And before the end of that 2 weeks, we will come up with something good for you guys and, get another giveaway going. We enjoyed the last one. Lex Lives Fit. She put us up on our stories the other day. She seemed to be enjoying her stuff pretty well. So,
Yeah.
good times.
Shout out to Lex.
So I feel like this episode's going to be best described as a cluster F and, just kind
In
of
a good
spinning off
way.
at where we are right now. We've been doing a lot of focused on mentality. We've been doing a lot focused on very specific topics.
Mm-hmm.
And being that our lives are so scattered lately, I don't think it's fair to try to pull something together. Usually we go off of like what resonates with us and what, one of us will come up with an idea, be like, hey, what do you think about this? And, we'll be like, ooh, yeah, or nah, it's not really relative right now. And whoever hears it, it'll resonate with if it's meant for you. So this episode's just kind of going to be a fly off the handle, off the top of the head type of thing.
Yeah. I mean, we've missed a couple weeks with you guys here and there. And it's just been crazy transitioning and adjusting. And that's what we can talk about. We're going to kind of talk about what's going on in our lives like we always do. But there's just less of a game plan for this because that's just life right now.
Yeah, it's just been nuts.
I know I'm trying to reestablish a good health routine for myself in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and during the day, but it starts with the morning. I'm doing a lot more intentional gratitude, affirmations, visualizations, goal setting. I'm doing more intentional personal development, reading, and Audible. It's great on my drive to work. It's good when I'm getting the kids' breakfast ready.
Yeah, I was so upset this morning when I just realized that, like, I have a half hour now that I can listen to any Audible that I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just trying to kind of get back in touch with myself. And one of the things that I've done is I've hired a life and business coach because that's where I am right now.
Mm-hmm.
I need that. I need to figure out where I'm going. I've got, as she put it best, she put it as that I have all the ingredients for my cake. I just need help with the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Just
exactly,
don't know exactly how you want to put it together.
yeah, I have all the ingredients. I just don't know how to bake the cake now. And so she's going to help me bake the cake.
And so the funny part about that is, when I went through schooling with IIN, they had touched on this topic before that, it's not outside of a realm of a health coach or a fitness coach, personal trainer or whatever, to get somebody, you would think like if somebody's a personal trainer, like, oh, what do they need a personal trainer for? Or if somebody's a health coach, what do they need a health coach for? What do they need a dietitian for? Stuff like that. And the thing about it is, no matter what profession you're in, you could be the world's best surgeon. But if somebody knows something that you don't, you're better off learning from them. Mm-hmm. And you're better off just experiencing their knowledge and whatever information they can bring to your life. And, that's so super relative because it's not something that's very talked about. But it's something that's really important because I think a lot of professionals in our field are afraid to be like, oh, I got help with this, or I got help, and I think it's, very honorable that Courtney has taken this step, because whatever this step means for her, I think it's going to bring out something that, like I keep telling her all week and month long, I can see it, but sometimes you just need another source to tell you, an outside source to like bring the information to you and whatever. And I think she's going to be absolutely unstoppable when this happens.
Well, thank you. This is also something that, like, last week I felt super not myself. I just, like, nothing was wrong.
So, like, let me preface this. So me and Courtney, our schedules as they've been for the last almost 2 years now. Am I right? Yeah, almost 2 years now has been like, I'm home during the week. I work on the weekends or at night. And, regardless of what we're doing, like client wise or taking care of the in-laws or whatever, like my job was during the day with, the family and everybody. And then Courtney would come home from work and, we would try to work it out systematically with who took the monitors.
Yeah. Josh had the kids during the week.
Yeah.
I had them on the weekends.
Yeah. And we both try to like do what we could to make things fair and whatever. And now starting my training week, I've had to do things during the day, and we've had to like dramatically switch up our lives for how we've done this.
Yeah. I've been working from home here and there, but now I've been working from home, but it's just me with the kids. So it's balancing work, getting the kids to school, taking care of the house, taking care of the kids while working and while Josh is at work. So that's been a transition for me. But so, last week nothing was wrong, but everything felt wrong type of situation. And I couldn't really figure it out. And then I think it was Friday or it was over the weekend that, like I said, I think it was Friday because I think I was at the bus stop when we were talking about it.
Yeah. I think you were waiting with Michael.
Yeah. And I said, like, I realize I just don't feel like myself. I don't know why. I just feel not myself. And Josh was really good with kind of asking the questions that needed to be asked, and in a way that I needed him to ask them. It wasn't like, well, why? You should be feeling blah, 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 blah. It wasn't like rattling things off. It was, okay, well, why do you think you feel off? Okay, well, what do you think you need? Like, it was just very good questions. And, it got me to kind of realize that I kind of felt lost in my business. I know what I want the end result to be, but I am having trouble finding exactly where I want to go with it. Do I want to incorporate volleyball into my business? Do I want to leave volleyball separate and just have it be a passion, and just figuring things out like that. And Josh was like, I think you need like a life coach. And one of my friends is working with this.
And not just for that stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, no, there's other stuff.
But with, in our situation, like when I sit down with somebody and tell them about what our situation is and what we experience on the everyday, I get the same exact reaction all the time. Like, oh my God, I'd be pulling my hair out. How do you do it? Like, I didn't realize it was so crazy and whatever. And that's not to like boast or gloat or whatever, but I meant, like what we can help you with is like kind of taking an outside look, a 300-foot view of everything that's going on in your situation in your life, and help you pull it together. So it's about taking that view, that outside view, and helping out with it amongst everything. And it's about like, somebody, when you're inside the situation, this goes back to my point in the beginning of the episode, when you're living in the situation, it's hard to see beyond your own perspective, or the perspective of the loved ones, which it's often a shared situation pretty much. So just taking this step is somebody to help with all of that, to help, take an outside look at what we need and offer us some suggestions, or offer you some suggestions.
Yeah.
And, it's important to take steps like that. Even if you think you're the professional, there's somebody who has another point of view or knows something different than you know it. Not necessarily right or wrong, but sometimes it takes outside steps for something to click, Yeah.
And so, that's what I was saying. No, sorry. One of my friends is working with this woman, Denise, and they're working together for a business. And she was like, I was like, I was just talking to her about how I was like, I think I want to get a life coach. I don't even really know where to begin looking for one. I just didn't know. I felt very lost in that. And she was like, well, actually the girl I work with, Denise, like she's a business coach, but she's also a life coach. Like that's what she did first. Here's her Instagram, reach out to her, tell her you know me. She's great. And I reached out to her, and I mean, not even a week later, we were on the phone, kind of just talking about what I need. And she was able to give me a rundown of what she thinks is going to be best for me for the next 2 months. And it's going to be kind of a combination life and business coaching, which is super exciting because they do go hand in hand. So I'm excited about it. And, Josh had brought to me about the idea of getting a life coach because, I've been very open, like I am in therapy for my anxiety and stuff. And as Josh pointed out, I come from an athletic background. I am a coach. I've been coached pretty much since I was 4 years old. And he was like, that might be just something that's kind of better. Like, it's not the same type of coaching.
For you, yeah.
But for me, that might be more helpful.
Yeah.
So why not try it, right?
And from what I found in my history, everybody has their own experiences, and I don't downplay anybody else's experiences with like therapies and things like that. But you were talking to a therapist for a while, a few months.
Yeah, it's been a couple months.
I just conveyed to you after you said this to me that I wasn't really seeing any difference. You'd come home and you felt relieved that you
got it off my chest.
Got it off your chest, but then at the end of the day, it didn't sound like there were many solutions coming in.
Yeah.
And everybody's different. All therapists are different. Some people just need to talk. And
Which is nice.
Some therapists will solve your problems right off the bat.
Yeah.
But in this situation, I saw like it just wasn't clicking,
Yeah, she's helpful, but it's more of guiding me to dig deeper into what's causing stuff and how I really feel. But it's not like, okay, so what can you do about it?
Yeah.
It's like,
and I think you're a person that, as repressed as the action of doing it might be in you, like I think you can dig deep.
Yeah.
You're just not used to doing that.
Yeah.
You're used to being like a go-getter. You're used to being,
it's very surface.
Like drive. And, I just feel like that's why I recommended that to you, because like the way Courtney is, she needs somebody to be a coach. She's a coach. That's the language that she speaks, and she needs somebody who's going to be like, no, you said you were going to do this. What gives?
Yeah.
And
that accountability.
Yeah. She needs heavy accountability. She needs, a lot of that stuff. And, I just think that that's the most appropriate avenue that you went,
And that, Denise is definitely going to give that. I'm super excited to not just to work with her because of success she's had with other clients, but because she said right off the bat after I kind of gave my like, okay, this is why I've come to you, was that I need the accountability and I need action plans. And she's like, you don't need an action plan where it's like, okay, in a month, let's follow up and see if you've done this. It's like every week you need.
Yeah.
And I'm someone where I need to like have goals set that are, yes, obtainable, because everybody needs obtainable goals, but that someone's also going to hold me accountable to, because that's where and I know this about myself, and it's something I'm working on. I struggle with like, okay, well, this is the goal I'm setting for myself with this date. And I'm going to, at the end of the day, if I haven't done XYZ, I have to do XYZ before I go to bed. And the first couple of days I'll be like, yeah, and I'll do it. And then it starts fading because life comes hard and gets in the way. And I'll be laying in bed and I'm like, oh, dang it. I said I wanted to meditate for 10 minutes and I didn't. And I wanted to read 10 pages and I only read 2. I'll just do extra tomorrow. And then like it just, that accountability, I start losing it because I find that flexibility and that wiggle room where I need to be more stingent and like, no, this is how it rigid. And that's what she's like, to get over my own obstacles. I need someone to kind of do that, but I need an outside person because you're very good at doing that. I just sometimes get moody.
Well, not even just that, but like I said before, when you're living in a situation, like you might know, even if it's just you involved with the situation, you might know what to do. And it's just sometimes you need a particular way to hear it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to experience it. Sometimes you need to just throw your hands up and let somebody take that portion of it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not giving up. It's just advancing in a way that's good for you. Because you're a person too who you will drop.
Yeah.
Like if you've ever used, like, I forgot what the tool's called, but like it drives drill bits into cement and that's you. Like you will not stop until you burn out your motor.
Yup.
And I think you do what you were just talking about as a defense mechanism for yourself, like subconsciously. Like I think what you do when you're like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow and then it rolls over, it's not a good way to do it.
No.
But that's you defending yourself, like, okay, it's still okay, but you know, I'll do it later. And then you give yourself that excuse and then you fall into your old ways, you know? And I think you need somebody just like that tool. You need somebody who knows when to pull back and then push forward, or who can stop the motor real quick and then, you know, re-oil it and then push again. You know?
And that's definitely Denise. I mean, she even said that.
Hi, Denise.
That me.
If you're listening, like, comment, and subscribe.
That me being a former athlete is actually her favorite type of client because athletes are very self-driven. And I'm trying to remember the terminology she used, but we are self-accountable because, this was me adding it, in high school and college as an athlete, you still have homework you have to get done. You still have things you need to do. And if you don't do it, it's because of your sport. And in high school, your grades, you don't keep your grades up, you don't get to be on that sport. In college, you don't have a certain GPA, you don't hold a certain amount of credits, you don't get to play that sport. And so it is very much on you to keep yourself accountable and get things done, which that is me. The negative to that is that I wait until the last minute to do it. So having someone who can help me figure out how to regulate that within myself is going to be really good.
I wouldn't even say you wait till the last minute though, because that's not true. That's
with
not
some stuff I do.
That's like, but I think that's like 15 to 20% of the time.
When it comes to school, I procrastinate.
The rest of it is literally that, and this is not an excuse, but the rest of it is literally that, you know, life has been knocking us upside the head a lot. You know, and I think having that outside person to just be able to help you prioritize what's next, like
time management. All that.
And I think that's an important thing, especially at this juncture where we're at.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like we're both on the cusp of like everything that we're dreaming of starting to take off. And this is like what we referred to in one of our other episodes as like a make it or break it moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are we going to make it, or do we need to step back and evaluate? And I think you're stepping back and evaluating like in a proactive way.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's definitely something that, I mean, she said to me that she's happy that I'm taking these steps now. And there's never, I want to disclaimer, there's never a wrong time to take a step back and evaluate or to ask for help. If you are in your business for 20 years and you are super successful and you have hundreds of clients and you're making all this money, but you just feel like you need extra help, go for it. You know, there's never a wrong time to look for help. But realizing early in my business what I need to improve on and getting that right away is going to be tremendous for me at this point.
Yeah.
And in 2 months, I might not need that help. I might be like, you know what, I'm going to take a break. But then in 6 months, I might be like, okay, hitting another plateau and I don't really know where to go around it, need some more help. And that is perfect. That's being able to recognize that you need help in life, business, school, whatever faith, whatever it is, you need help. Being able to recognize that you need it and going to get that is huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. And I'm not saying that to pat myself on the back, because I did know I needed help. I just didn't know how. You need to be able to do it. It's huge.
Just don't give up and don't drive yourself to crashing.
Yes.
Those are the two recommendations I have.
Agreed.
But yeah, I totally agree. And, you know, you can do whatever you need to do. You can, you know, you're capable of so much. And this is talking to Courtney and talking to all of you guys out there, is you're capable of doing so much. It doesn't matter 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids, in-laws or animals, or, you know, starting a hospital for God's sakes, or who knows what, you know, spouses overseas. Like I think we both experienced our fair share of like stuff in everybody's life that we know and that we've, you know, talked about and helped with. And, you know, you can do it. There's a way to do it. There's a method to do it, and it will work. It's just, you know, you got to have that mentality of like, and you got to have that mentality of if it's something you want.
Yeah.
And if it's not working, maybe it's not something you want. Maybe you want something else that you will discover.
Well,
but it's there.
And I think it was my friend Kate who said it yesterday or this morning.
What's up, Kate?
You are capable, and I'm about to curse, so I apologize. Cover your kids' ears. You are capable of doing hard shit. You are. Everyone is capable of it. It's just how willing you are to do it. But you are capable of it. So do it. You're going to feel great.
Yeah. I was very tempted to turn that into like an actual health joke, but I'll save that. Like, you know, a metaphor, like
no. Got it.
You know.
Got it.
Yeah, so you know, you guys are capable of great things. You know, great things will happen. They are coming. And, you know, don't stress it. You know, that's the biggest thing. Don't stress it. You're going first.
I think I asked first last time, but what's your favorite part of your new job? One thing. What's your one favorite thing so far about the new job?
The environment.
Yeah.
You know, it's a stressful environment. It's very high pace. There's a lot going on.
Exactly what you need.
There's a lot of stuff to do. And for somebody with ADD, ADHD, OCD, it's a sterile environment. When you're not working, you're cleaning, you know, and there's camaraderie. There's, you know, companionship with everybody that you're working with. And, you know, this is the first setting where generally everybody really gets along.
Which is nice.
Yeah. And if it, like I have seen any issues come up, it's like something that's like quick and done, you know? And that's very important for somebody like me. I do not start working to get into this dramatic crap, for lack of a better term. No. I have no patience for it. And you know, it's stuff that I don't need to expend my energy on. Here, no matter what's going on, the energy is expended on the sick, ill, or injured pets.
So it's not necessarily even the environment as much as it's the energy of the environment, it sounds like.
Yeah, but that's pretty much, you know, what I include in the environment, you know. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's it.
I like it.
What do you think of the new Starbucks drink?
I
What
love
is it called? Because I wanted to try it.
It was like the brown sugar shaken oat milk drink, something like that. It was
looks good and
It
smells
was
good.
really good. The brown sugar. There is a lot of brown sugar in it. I didn't adjust it because it was my first time ordering it. I didn't really know, but it's like
Brown sugar is very sweet. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like molassesy.
I
you
will
know?
say, for the amount of brown sugar that's in it, it didn't taste as sugary as I expected, but there was a lot of brown sugar in it. So next time I get it, I definitely think I'm going to like reduce how much is in it, but it was good. Real good. I think I have a new favorite.
Cool. Yeah, it smelled pretty good. And we don't usually get like Starbucks and stuff like that a whole lot. But, you know, it's kind of our celebratory week because we are like eliminating a lot of our debt.
Yeah.
And like most of it's done with. It's just little traces of things
So
that
how better
are
to
going to be done
celebrate?
quickly.
How better to celebrate death than buying stuff?
Yeah, but
It's Starbucks, guys. I'm kidding.
it's coffee.
It's not like we're going out buying like brand new TVs and building that debt right back up.
Yeah. So not yet anyway, but I saw Costco did have a $1,600 80 some odd inch TV.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, why not? Just run out and buy it today.
Let's go.
Don't do that. But
Juju.
just trying to throw you off.
Simultaneous. Now that you work at an animal hospital
Yes.
and you've seen and worked with animals you maybe haven't worked with as much, is there anything you've been doing that you didn't do at your last vet place that is really either shocking or intriguing to you?
Not yet. Only because I haven't worked with many of the exotics. But there's a training day specifically for exotics like birds, snakes, reptiles, stuff like that. So that, I mean, there's the laundry list of stuff that my previous clinics didn't do is endless. But, you know, compared to what we do here, like all the time. But yeah, I want to experience like the exotic stuff, the, you know, snake, birds, reptiles, stuff like that. I want to see what's good with that.
Okay.
But there's going to be a lot over the next couple of months, you know. There's random things that pop up by surprise and
Yeah.
whatever. So there's going to be a lot. Now, I've asked you this before, but now that you have Denise on board and she's sitting up for this, for those who can't.
I felt
She's
like I was
sitting up
really-
getting ready to answer because she
felt
knows
like-
what I'm going to ask.
No, I don't. I felt like because my feet were out in front of me that I was like getting lower.
Wow, that's one of those pressure chairs. I
Yeah.
think.
It's so
But
weird.
anyway, now that you got Denise on board and you're going to be starting with her, where do you see it yourself at the end of 2 months? And yes, I'm giving you that strict timeline.
Yeah.
And within a year.
So I'm going to do a year first because I wasn't prepared for the 2 month marker. I think in a year I'm going to be where I saw myself. Back in December or January when you first asked me this. And I say that because I feel like lately I still see that original, like being successful, having more clients, bringing in equal to what I'm bringing in now with my full-time job, if not more. I still see that as the goal, as where I'll be, but the past couple of weeks it's been harder to see that. And so now, like seeing her getting her on board, I feel like I will definitely be there, if not further. In 2 months, I think I think in 2 months with her, I see myself having better systems in place. I see myself getting clients. Not that I don't have clients now, I do, but not necessarily in this side of the business that I want to start having clients.
Yeah. Or not like you have them.
Yeah, I want
Or
different.
like you want them, I mean.
Yeah, I have a different type of client than I want right now. So, I just see myself having a better understanding of where I'm going with my business and what I want to do with it, and that being in place and having clients wanting to sign up for those services.
Cool.
Yeah.
Self-sustaining or no in 2 months?
On the way there. I don't think it'll be self-sustaining in 2 months, but I think it'll be well on its way there.
Cool. I like it. Guys, if you need any help with any of this stuff that we've been talking about in this episode or our previous episodes, tap into us at _infinite.strength and Balancing Vitality LLC on Instagram. You can find us on multiple different socials. It's all going to be in the show notes. Hit us up. If you have any questions you want us to talk about or any topics you want us to cover or whatever, let us into your minds a little bit. Let us know what you guys want to hear. And, we'll be more than happy to do it. We love doing these episodes. I'm happy that I got this time off my trainings to be able to come and record this and, put up an episode because I was kind of feeling bad about that. And, I like doing them. So yeah, check the show notes. You have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us.
If you feel like you need a life or business coach, it doesn't have to be who I'm working with, but we can help give you the tools you need to look for one and kind of help you gauge where to go. Any of our services, any questions you have, just reach out.
Hit us up. And until then, bye.
Bye.